Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at 1.0, finally. It's been a while. I want to shoot out a thanks to all the people that picked up the game during early access, provided feedback. You all made this game a lot better. The game's been in early access for almost a year. The game's evolved a lot since then, and it's all thanks to you guys. Now, I did mention before that there's not going to be a ton of new content for 1.0, I just want it to be stable, but I did add 5 new maps. So instead of me just ripping through these and taking a quick look at them, I'm going to play 3 of them. And we're just going to sit here and do that for like the next hour and a half. So let's get into it! Alright, so the first map we have here is called Recoil. So the creeps will spawn and then kind of wind down this coil, and then cross this middle section, and then wind back up. This map is a little tricky, a little different. I've given myself some okay artifacts, nothing too crazy. My artifacts consist of Fire Wave on Hit for artillery, Blast Wave on Hit for blaster, and Volt Wave on Hit for pulsar. So I'm a big fan of explosions, and that's a good lineup for that. And I'm playing on hard mode. Let's see how we do. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do here is I want to get rid of all this garbage.
Why don't you do it?
I want to put a mini fabricator down there and he can deal with all that garbage. So I generally like to clear garbage because it gives me a little bit of money, makes some available space. So I'm gonna build a little bit of a kill area here to deal with the creeps that are turning this corner. So let's do a shotgun there. And a pulsar to deal with some strong guys. And what else, what else? Let's see here. Yeah, and maybe I'll just put a blaster here for now. Just pick off any stragglers. Cheap turrets. I want to get some cheap stuff down before I really focus on something expensive. Yeah. Don't talk back to me, Brian! Alright, so I want that dead first, simply so I can put a mini fabricator there. Might as well upgrade Brian's damage a little bit. Let's plop that guy down right there. Alright, now that we got one of those mini fabricators, I'm just gonna set all the garbage to high priority, just get it done. And then I'll put Brian right here to just chew on these guys while the round is still relatively easy. I want to get this garbage out of here ASAP. Look, you walked right into that one. I know it seems like a trivial thing to do to kill all this trash just for a few bucks, but you really need that money in the early game to kind of get ahead of that curve. Stay in front of that wave. Yeah. Alright, so let's go deal with some more of this garbage. I seem to have an obsession with this stuff. Okay, so bricks are coming next. A little worrying. So I'm gonna build at least one turret back here to just catch any guys that may slip through. These stingers are just slowly chewing away at my driller over here anyway, so let's deal with that. Okay, so my little kill volume is doing good, so these creeps have 4 opportunities to die as they pass through these loops. Alright, so we're dealing with this trash. Lots of stingers, but again, I just want to get this problem dealt with as soon as possible. Sometimes if these things explode when you don't want them to and flood the map with stingers, it can be a big problem when you're not really prepared for it.
Ow! Ow! Stop it!
Okay, so we're getting kind of a little close to overpopulating a bit here, so I'm just going to kind of build a little bit more of a kill box down here, maybe snake some guys around this area. I want to get this thing upgraded with more projectiles, though. I've got too many things I want to buy. to save up for this vortex bomb also, so let's... Come on, money. Alright, so more projectiles. Yeah, that's what we like. So this thing's gonna help clear this trash. Get that stuff out of there. Give me some money. And once that's cleared, these things will return to normal operations and start actually killing some creeps. I think I can handle it for now. Okay. So, alright, so let's start building a bit of a maze down here. Let's see if I can kind of angle them through.
I'll put down every last one of you if I have to.
Alright, let's do a vortex bomb here.
Really?
Just don't want to deal with any guys coming through this middle chunk until I've finished building it up. I'm gonna put a beam here. This will be good for killing any really strong guys that make it through the entire coil. Alright, so I can see that my mini-U is joined the fight, so that means the map is cleared of garbage, so that's good. Let's put down another artillery cannon here.
Is that important?
I'm gonna set the projectiles to auto-upgrade, even though I've set it to pause. Every now and again you get a little overwhelmed and you have a lot of money, so I'll just allow the auto-upgrade system to do it for me. Not a strategy you want to do all the time, but... depends on where you want to spend your brain power, I suppose. Or your brain power. Wave 12, not bad, not bad. Let's build another artillery cannon over here. I love these things. I think a lot of other people do too. But I think this will probably be all of them that I'm gonna build. Yeah. You can see the volt wave going off there, so that's helpful. Getting a little overpopulated though, but I think I can handle it. Overpopulation's gonna give me some higher level creeps, which is a problem, but it's also an opportunity because they give me more money, so I might as well... Not enough creds. Come on! Story of my life.
Yeah, that is disappointing.
I just want to upgrade everything all the time. I just need more money. Okay, they're getting in here. I think I'm going to detonate this while I still have an opportunity to do so. Put another vortex bomb there. Eat up some guys. Okay, that got me some money. What else can we build here? Alright, let's just continue to flesh this area out down here. Projectiles for these things. Getting there. Just barely under the overpopulation watermark there. Yeah, let's upgrade this beam emitter. Beam emitters are good at dealing with these tough guys. Alright, so we're pushing the overpopulation down a bit. Like I mentioned, dealing with all that garbage early on made things a little hard for myself in these early waves, but you can handle it, and now I don't have to deal with that problem later. And again, that's probably about an extra $100, which is an extra blaster, which again, in those early waves, that makes all the difference. Alright, so lots of bullets, lots of killing. So let's keep fleshing this out. What do we want to do here? Alright, let's put down a couple more of these
Not what I would do,
blasters.
but okay.
Don't really want anything too special in this middle area. It's mostly like if you made it through this giant coil of death over here, and these other things will kind of clean you up. That's generally my plan. But you know, plans are made to be broken, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I heard a Leviathan. I can hear him. Alright, I'm gonna set this guy to priority target. This guy's bad news a little bit.
Lighting it.
I'm gonna enrage Brian and just see if I can shred him down as fast as I can. Not really totally prepared to deal with these guys. Brian did a pretty good job, so upgrading his damage a couple times early on was a wise idea. Alright, now I got some money, let's build a Gatler. So the Gatler is going to be how I deal with these large boss creeps. So this thing shoots at a high rate of fire, has pretty good damage. It's relatively inaccurate, especially when it heats up. But when it's shooting large boss creeps, its accuracy isn't too bad.
But for what?
Especially when dealing with Leviathans, almost every bullet is going to hit the thing, so getting that thing up and running takes some of that pressure off. Alright, building some more mini-U's to just travel the map and deal with guys. Building a little bit of a fallback kill box just in case. Have a feeling I'm gonna need it.
In the other direction for a change.
Yeah, I think we can rush a tiny little bit. Get this wave done so I can get some more money. Alright, so I'm gonna build an SRM turret down here. These things have lots of good range, good coverage. Just set some stuff up to auto-upgrade if I ever turn that thing back on. Okay, so I can hear another Leviathan. Pretty sure this Gatler should be able to deal with it, but I would like to upgrade its damage. Preferably up to maximum eventually. There's a lot of tough creeps on this map, so the Gatler's pretty good. But yeah, let's set this guy to a priority target anyway. I don't like him very much. Okay, so now we got Hustlers, and they're another boss creep that'll kind of crack the whip on other creeps and make them run faster, which is not very good. But I'm pretty sure this Gatler will be able to deal with them also. Looks like we lost a turret back there. Might want to upgrade its health at some point. Just so many things to buy. Yeah, so if I upgrade this turret's health, it'll just spring back to life, so that's a nice little hidden strategy there. Free repair, basically. Alright, so this kill box is doing pretty well. Just letting that auto upgrade do some of this work for me. So again, the auto upgrade system will generally upgrade the cheapest thing it can come across, but you usually get some really nice bonuses if you can upgrade something like the damage up to the max level, so it's not always wise to just leave it to that system. Alright, got 3 bosses here in a row. Just enrage Brian a little bit. Quit your whining, Brian. It's just a game. Alright, yeah, so let's see how these Gatlers deal with these Hustlers that come around the corner here. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so this thing is pretty much my most valuable turret at the moment. Trivializing these boss creeps. So the Gatler does have to reload every now and again, so that's one of its drawbacks. We should be able to kill that one. And I got a yellow one coming up here too, so that's a bit of an issue.
Well, that's what you get for being dumb.
Alright, what to build? Alright, so I'm gonna build a sniper turret back here.
Do I even have a choice?
Punch a hole in a couple of tough creeps. And I'm gonna build another mini fabricator here. Set up some auto upgrades, so I'm taking advantage of these booster tiles wherever I can. Ooh, got a yellow Leviathan, so that might be a bit of an issue. Yikes. Maybe... Let's see how we do against him. We've got some green guys sneaking in there. It's a good thing I built that little backup kill box. I'm gonna set this guy to just shoot first. Just pick everybody off that's getting close to me. Set the fire rate up a bit.
Just can't help myself.
I think I can rush a little bit. I mean, we're already overpopulated. Might as well make some money while I'm at it.
Stop it!
Okay, well, Brian got killed, so I got greedy, and that's my own fault, I guess. Just like to make things interesting. Or at least that's my excuse. Brian died in my live stream. You saw it here. Alright, so I'm gonna continue to just flesh this out a little bit. Just another blaster, nothing special. Do want to deal with these guys that are making it up this other coil here, so I'm just gonna upgrade my backup turret a little bit. Gonna have to start upgrading the health of some of these turrets. I'm losing a couple of them per wave, so let's do that. Bring him back into the fight. It's getting a little dicey down here. Yeah, I know I'm overpopulating. So I'm gonna set my minis to just attack the first guy, just try to keep them from touching my driller. I want to get that side objective if I can. Alright, let's put a shotgun in there. I'm just saving up some power for this vortex bomb, so let's get that down right here as a backup. We got some skitzers coming in next wave. I can hear that Leviathan back there. Leave me alone, bro. I'll set him as a priority and get him dealt with as soon as possible. I'm gonna piss off Brian, I guess. Just chew him down. So hopefully my Gatler will be nice and reloaded by then. Let's get at it. We got work to do. Come on, get him. He ran out of ammo. Oh, we got him. Nice. Didn't even make it around once. I do love that turret a lot.
Oh, it hurts.
Maybe we should just get it maxed out, though, on damage. Because again, that last damage upgrade is pretty potent.
That'll leave a scar.
Just need 680 bucks. Come on. So close. I can see the goal on the timeline there, so we are getting there very slowly. Should really have more discipline and upgrade one turret at a time, but I just can't help myself. Split focus, I guess. I got 5 minutes to beat this map. Not sure if I'll be able to do that. So you need to rush in order to complete the bonus timer objective, but rushing will probably cause some leaks, so getting both those side objectives at the same time is tough.
This is pretty disgusting.
Well, at least we're not overpopulating anymore, so that's good. Pretty sure most of the creeps are just on this first coil, so that's good. Now there's another Leviathan, but we should be in a relatively good shape to deal with them as long as they're not going to turn into the green ones. I'm sure we'll see one green one at least before this map is over, though. Tougher than the yellow ones. Upgrade this pulsar. It does a lot of damage when it's fully upgraded, so it's a relatively decent boss killer short range.
Is it wrong that I'm enjoying this? Freaking out over here. Let me know.
Probably. Alright, so we're doing pretty well. 160 creeps on the field. Pretty good. Okay, so we got a green hustler back there, so we'll see. Shouldn't be okay, yeah, nice. So that's gone from 135 damage to 200 per shot, so that's good. Good stuff. Let's get some of these other things upgraded.
Probably gonna end up regretting that.
I think we can afford a tiny little bit of rushing. Just let the auto upgrade system kind of top up some of those other turrets I've been neglecting. Yeah, so that maxed out Gatler is like shredding that guy. He's got nothing. Yeah, okay, so a green Leviathan, that's nasty. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna wait till the last second to enrage Brian, because I know that it's gonna restore his health. I'm gonna wait till he's almost dead. Maybe upgrade him a bit too. Okay, now is a good time to do that. Maybe I'll wait for him to come around the other side. Or I'll just save it. We'll see how the Gatler does. I was a little concerned about it, but he didn't kill Brian off, so... Yeah, my Gatler was reloading at a kind of not so good time. So I might need to use Brian's freak out anyway. Let's do it. Come on, come on, come on, get him. I'm just gonna make it around twice. That's not so good. Alright, Gatler, you're up. That's one guy. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Guess what? You're dead.
Okay, so these things are... They need a bit more health, stay in the fight longer. We're doing okay, though. A lot of chaos, but we're managing it. Can I beat it in 1 minute, though? That's the problem. I'm probably not gonna... Well, if I had better artifacts and maybe a better strategy.
Good stuff. find that I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, these artifacts are kind of mediocre. I didn't want to give myself too many advantages here. So we just need to get to the end of this wave. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get that bonus timer unless I can kill everything on the field in the next 10 seconds. So, I probably should stop pushing that button. Pretty much just rushing the last creep out of the last wave. Alright, so all the creeps that are gonna spawn are done. We just need to clean up this mess. And there's quite a bit of it. Bonus timer, we didn't make it. Lame. Bring that guy back to life. All right, less than 100 creeps on the field. Let's clean it up. Doing pretty good. Not really any time pressure anymore now that I've lost the bonus objective, so it's just a matter of dealing with these stragglers. Pretty much got it in the bag at this point. And that is it. So I'm not going to play Endless, we're going to play another map instead. Let's see what we got in the way of artifacts, though. Okay, freeze wave, plasma volley on hit. Interesting. Plasma volley on hit. Multi-shot for the fabricator. Yeah. I like the plasma volley. Might go with that. Not sure yet. Yeah, let's just... I'm gonna re-roll. Let's take a look at something else. Freeze wave on hit for the pulsar is pretty good. Or, multi-shot for the artillery, which is awesome. Enraging Brian on hit is useful. I don't know. Tough decisions. Chain bolter repair field on death. Let's go with that one. And I'm gonna swap this out for... Yeah, let's take that one off and try that one. Freeze wave on hit for the pulsar. Alright, well, let's move on. Try something else. Okay, so the next map we have is called Meld, and this one is pretty tough. I've put it at the bottom of the list of static maps, actually, so it's currently pretty much the hardest one that isn't randomized. At least I think so. But you'll see why in a sec. It's pretty complicated. So we've got 4 drillers and 4 spawn points that are kind of crisscrossing around. It's kind of a mess. Anyway, I'm going to start by just building a beam down here to quickly deal with this glebe container, get some easy money, set my garbage to get destroyed as soon as possible. Because you know how I like to clean up after myself. I did play this map a couple times before, so I do have kind of like a strategy in mind. I'm going to try to get all of these paths to kind of converge on this top shelf here. I'm going to have to spend quite a bit of money here on some backup turrets. Don't really like having to do this 4 times, but I know that it's probably going to save me in the long run. So I'm going to put another couple blasters here. They'll be able to shoot at all the paths as creeps are getting on and off this upper platform. And I'm going to block these off here so everyone's kind of going the same way. So I think that's a pretty decent little kill box. Not really using much of the level. I'm kind of opting to just have a bit more of a focused kill box. Gonna leave Brian up here. I do want to kind of clear out some of these little areas here and get some more stuff going on. Again, I like to just sort of get rid of this garbage as soon as possible so it doesn't cause me any surprises later.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Okay, so I can see some runners creeping up the back there. Got a little bit of time before they get up there. Alright, I think it's time to kind of park myself up there and start dealing with some of this.
Liking it.
So I do like to kind of slam myself early on. Let's get a ground pounder in here, nice little area of effect right on that booster tile. Let's kind of bolster up these on-ramps here a little bit. And we'll just set up some auto upgrade stuff, but then I'll sort of just pause it for now. Lots of opportunities to just sort of set that thing to deal with stuff while I focus on other things. Alright, so we got splitters coming in the next wave. Hopefully we can handle it. Seem to be doing okay so far. Alright, let's get another blaster down here. So I'm going to set these to possibly have some health upgrades. I know that I'm probably going to need them.
Understood, I think. I don't get paid enough for this.
I have a decent little lull here, so I'm going to rip on some of this trash over here. Okay, let's get back up there, Brian. Getting a little hairy up here. So that glebe container, I'm going to put a couple of Gattlers down here to deal with bosses and stuff. Set them to shoot the strongest thing. Just upgrade their damage as much as I can. They're not going to be super useful at the moment. I'm going to just sell that beam turret that was used to kill the glebe container. It has no function anymore. So I'm just going to build a bit of an elevated wall up here, and we can put some turrets up there later to shoot down onto these guys. This little center area is just going to be pretty potent.
Seriously?
I'm going to put a vortex bomb here and rush a few waves into it and make some money. Get ahead of that timer a little bit. I'm going to build a repair hub. So I think I might need that eventually also. I did take a look at the creeps that are coming, and yeah, we got some attacker types, so we're going to have to deal with that a little bit. I'm also going to build a blaster here and upgrade its health a little bit. So creeps will tend to shoot at the strongest thing they can see. So this will draw some fire away from the repair hub and Gatler. So I really need those to stay in the fight all the time.
Make it do right.
I should be able to handle it while I go clean up the rest of this garbage.
That's a good thing, right?
Some more trash over here.
More work.
I'm a neat freak, what can I say? Guess I could have recycled all that stuff. Okay, so that vortex bomb's doing its job. How much health we got in that thing? Alright, so I'm gonna put some shotguns down, I think. Alright, one last piece of garbage. bane of my existence.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Alright, so I'm going to put some chain bolters up here, because I know that there's going to be some shielded guys coming, and I'm going to need a solution for that, and the chain bolters do electrical damage, which does a lot more damage to shielded units. I'm also going to build a shotgun back here and just soften up the group a little bit before they get onto the center platform. And for symmetry's sake, I'll build a matching one over here. We seem to be doing pretty well. I'm tempted to rush a little bit, but I don't know. Seriously. Alright, let's build something else. What do we got? So I'm gonna build another chain bolter here. I'm probably just gonna put 3 of them down and just really hammer those shielded guys when they show up, so I'm hoping that creeps won't make it past this center point when all 3 of these things are going off at once. Put another vortex bomb and rush some waves into it, so it's a nice way to make some easy money. Sometimes you will use the vortex bombs as kind of a fallback or a backup plan, but I like to actually use them to just make a few extra bucks really quickly. Just rush a wave right into it.
This is pretty disgusting.
Upgrade my ground pounder a wee bit. Alright, yeah, these chain bolters are doing a pretty good job. Yep, and I could see some shielded units coming in the upper corner there, so a little bit of foresight goes a long way when playing this game. Alright, I think we can rush a little bit. Maybe I'll beat the timer this time, who knows. I do want to get these Gattlers upgraded with their damage a little bit before some boss creeps start showing up. I always like to try to stay ahead of the next creep type that's coming. I don't like surprises. Unless they're good surprises. But then I guess everyone's like that.
Can't help myself.
Guess I can rush that one last creep of that wave. Should I push it again? Probably not. I'm tempted. I like money.
I probably should stop pushing that button.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it anyway. Alright, so we got brutes coming up next, so it's a good thing we got those Gattlers dealing with that. Doing pretty well. But I probably just jinxed it by saying that. And just like that, I saw some guys get through the middle. Oh, that's not so good. Do I chase them down, or hope my backup turrets are actually gonna do their job? Yeah, maybe I'll upgrade these backup turrets a little bit. A little concerning, you know? Guess we got him. See, these roamers, they're pretty tough, and they just wander the map, distracting your turrets, so they can be a bit of a problem if you're not actively dealing with that. Roamers can't actually escape. Oh, a splitter got through. I don't believe it. You saw it right here, folks. I lost the side objective. Oh well. Guess that's one less thing I have to worry about, though. It's not the end of the world if you lose your side objectives, you just lose out on some bonus score, which is going to have a bit of an effect on the quality of the artifact I'm going to get. Yeah, there is some dudes getting here. I think the splitters are releasing their babies just before the exit and screwing up my plan, man. Yeah, see, that Gatler has a little bit of a hard time hitting small creeps at distance, but it'll chew at that boss creep pretty well. Every turret in this game, you really gotta find its sweet spot. And not every turret is gonna work for every map either. You gotta find your strategy. I think that's one of the game's strong points, is that there is no unified strategy that'll work for every map. Every map's a different shape with a different lineup of creeps. Every map is a puzzle. And we got 60 of them, so that's like 30 hours of gameplay. And that's assuming you're not failing any of the maps either. Yeah, I have a feeling some people are probably going to fail at this map a couple times. It was tough. It took me a while to tune it. Sometimes when I make these maps, I don't realize how hard they're going to be until I play them, and I'm like, wow, jeez.
Well, that's what you get for being dumb.
Yeah, that Gatler's really good at ripping the shields down, but it's a little struggling to hit the body of those boss creeps a bit. Seems to be doing okay, though. Got 12 minutes left on the bonus timer. Not sure we'll make that either. These maps are pretty hard, and I don't have the absolute best possible artifacts. In fact, the artifacts scale almost indefinitely, and they can get much more powerful than the ones I have. Splat. Fire rate. Okay, so those chain bolters are doing a good job handling those shielded guys. It is kind of unfortunate that the shielded guys make it all the way up here before taking any damage. Those shields regenerate real fast, so I have a feeling they're not really taking any damage from those lower turrets. This map has quite the lineup of creeps to contend with. Lots of different creep types that are pulling you in different directions. Alright, so now we got Leviathan, so I'm happy we've built these Gatlers in advance. It's getting pretty dicey. We're kind of just hovering at the overpopulation mark a little bit. Where's this Leviathan at? Oh, some more creeps are getting through. Stop it!
Just stay down. Don't get up.
Where's that guy? Ooh, getting some creeps close to the drillers. You can see there's a distance warning at the top there, telling me that some creeps are getting real close.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think it's these roamers that are just milling around, distracting my turrets. They are kind of a problem. Okay, so here's the Leviathan. Let's see how these Gatlers do. We have a job to do, you know. And I expect it to get done. Okay, so let's see how quickly this one gets shredded. Nice. I'll take it. We are pretty overpopulated, though. Let's
Do I even have a choice?
build another... I'm gonna put down another vortex bomb. Try to thin the herd a little bit. Get under that overpopulation mark. Wow, that vortex bomb did not last long. I probably should be upgrading Brian's damage and then maybe using his freakout ability more.
Get back to your hole.
If you upgrade Brian's damage fully and then use his freakout, you can shred a lot of high-level creeps with it. Alright, maxed out the damage on that chain bolter, so that should be pretty good. Don't think we'll have too much of a problem with shielded guys. Come on, I can see the Gatler just peppering that guy. Let's do this. Oh, the shielded guys are blocking my shots. See how these different creep types are kind of covering each other. I think this might be one of the most nasty lineup of creeps I've ever had on one of these maps. It's just really, really potent mix. But we're getting there. Only a couple more waves left. Might actually be able to beat the bonus timer. Got 7.5 minutes. Let's go! I wouldn't dare rush at this point. I just want to beat this. You can see my repair drone coming in, keeping everything nice and healthy.
I can't smell any of this.
Alright, let's enrage Brian and just deal with this guy. Come on, kill him. Yummy. These chain bolters are taking quite a bit of damage. If only I had some extra money to upgrade their health, you know? Everything's so expensive. Man, we are just right on the edge of overpopulating pretty much all the time. More driller damage. Oh, you splitters. I hate you guys. Well, hopefully they can manage it. I mean, we're not shooting for the side objective anymore, so... as long as those don't get destroyed, we should be okay. Alright, last wave. Pretty much just let my auto upgrader deal with things. We're under the overpopulation mark at least. So these last few creeps should be relatively normal level. Still gonna end up having to deal with one more Leviathan, and there he is. Kill, please.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just move Brian down here and deal with him ahead of time. Or at least attempt to.
Let's kill that.
Okay, all my drillers are taking a little bit of damage. It's a little bit concerning.
Is that an order?
Okay, so the wave is finished spawning. I just have to survive this mess.
I don't have all day.
Managed to get through most of this with a very small setup of turrets. Probably would have been better off if I built a longer maze. I don't know. There's a lot of unused space on these maps, and I want to leave room for creative strategy. I know for a fact this can't possibly be the best layout for this map. There's just no way.
Why don't you do it?
I'm gonna have to upgrade this driller just to hang in there a little bit longer.
It never
I
ends.
usually don't like doing that because that's less damage output. But I don't want to fail this map right on the last wave like this, so I'm gonna spend a few bucks and just keep these drillers from dying. Because that would be bad. Yeah. I think at this point we probably have mostly won this, only have a few more creeps to kill. But can I do it before the timer runs out? I think so. 3 minutes. But yeah, some of these high-level roamers are tough. They got,
Get in there.
they got tons of HP. And we did it. Alright, we're not going to play endless mode. We're just going to move on, take a look at our artifacts, and play another map. Let's do it. Let's go. What do we got? Legendary. Inferno Cloud on hit for the laser gate. Toxic Volley on hit. Interesting. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, moving on to the next map. Alright, so the next map we have is called Cycle, and it's a randomized map, and I've never played this one before. And even if I did, it's totally random every time, so we're gonna try to beat this one together, I guess. I do like to kind of just flip through and I like to pick a color I like. I'm kind of shallow that way. Yeah, I like that one. Blue's my color, so let's do it. Alright, so similar to Epigee, I'm going to just plug this little short route here and make them go the long way around, of course. And build a nice little backup turret right there. And I gotta make a plan here, so some of these little offshoots I won't be able to route them all the way through. So I might put some long-range stuff on the outer fins here and use them to kind of just shell into the middle. So I'm going to hike this one up a little bit so that I have an opportunity to put something else maybe down in front of it.
But okay.
And I'll give it its projectile upgrade. It's obviously the most valuable one. I'll set this Gleep container to be targetable. Not sure I want to waste a beam emitter for it, so I'm going to just set up something else. I'm going to use a Gatler here, and it will do the damage on that thing. It'll deal with it, and I won't have to rip it down afterwards, so it's also pretty good at dealing with Gleep containers. And what else am I going to do? So I think I'm going to just build some stuff up front and just try to do as much damage to these creeps as I can as soon as they spawn. So let's just go with another blaster and give it some damage. And that's all the money I got for the time being, so let's get on with it. I'll just set some stuff up to auto-upgrade when I can actually afford it. Stuff I know I'm gonna need. Yeah, cloak detectors are always wise on randomized maps, because you don't know what kind of creeps are coming. Unless you look into the timeline, so again, you can always tell what's coming up, but you can pretty much expect every creep type to spawn eventually. As per usual, I like to clear that trash out of the way.
You're the expert.
Well, everything is still relatively easy. Do have that nice freeze and burn tile, like, right next to each other. It'll take a little while to get that Gleep container, but it'll be a nice little welcome injection of money. Alright, so I'm going to start maybe working on this second fin here. I want to push these guys up along that. Seems like a good spot for maybe a ground pounder.
Okay.
Yeah, man, they made it around already, eh?
Kill that.
Gonna have to extend my route a little bit here. They're getting through this pretty fast. It's a little concerning. Yeah, let's take a look at the timeline here. Make sure nothing insane is coming down the pipe. So it's a little hard to deal with these creeps at the moment simply because I have all this garbage and glebe containers set to priority, so my two most expensive turrets are not shooting creeps at the moment. I just want to get this money as soon as I can. Get ahead of that wave a little bit.
It never ends.
I'm just going to put Brian here and just chowder these guys as soon as they spawn. We seem to be doing okay for the time being. Yeah, let's rush a little bit. Nothing major. Okay, so we got geezers coming. Shield the guys. That's not so good. Oh, so close. Let's get it done. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the game a little bit. Alright, so let's get another artillery down. Upgraded a bunch. Yeah, well, that was $1,000 gone in one shot. That didn't take long, but we should be pretty lethal at this point now that these turrets aren't preoccupied with that glebe container. I think we can rush a little bit. Maybe put down a vortex bomb, rush some guys into it. I'm gonna put a cloak detector on Brian because surprises are irritating. He's getting kind of chowdered up there, though. These sweepers. Oh, hang in there, guy. We need to fortify this kill box a little bit. Yeah, so we got some cloakers coming next, or faders, so it's a good thing we have some cloak detection. Let's put a shotgun. Alright, so let's start moving these guys up these other fins here. I don't like how much straightaway we have, because if we get some porters, they're going to just spiral right around in an instant, and that's not going to be good for business, so... Porters are very susceptible to jagged mazes, so you're going to want to resist the urge to just have long straightaways all the time. Well, let's rush a couple waves, get into the future, make some money. I think we're doing okay.
But for what purpose?
Knock on wood.
Yeah. That's a good thing, right?
Ooh, we're getting guys coming all the way around a little bit. It's a little concerning.
That'll leave a scar.
Okay, so those fire tiles are doing good. I'm gonna build some snap traps back here just to catch any guys that go through. Upgrade their charges so they can hit more than one guy. Nice thing about snap traps is they'll trigger on cloaked units without having to be upgraded.
Is that a
This random map seems to like to choose cloaked units, so... Build another artillery. Okay, we got a lot of boss creeps. I better get another Gatler going, because this is insane. Let's blow up some of these. Okay, that was alright.
Have a choice.
Oh, I better do this other one. I'm gonna freak Brian out. Maybe save this one for a little later. Just got a bad wave of lots of bosses on that one. We're doing okay. I would have said Brian to shoot the strongest for now. He's gonna be my little boss killer.
Stop it.
Alright, so I'm gonna build a little elevated platform in the middle here. And I'm gonna blow that other container because it's getting a little nuts.
Okay.
So maybe rushing those two waves at once was a little risky, but I think it paid off, actually. Not dead yet. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Just saving up for a Gatler, I think. My current Gatler seems to be doing a pretty good job, but I would like to kill these boss units a little faster. Come on, money. So very close. You know what? I'm gonna put a laser gate right here. Should I?
Sweet.
I better deal with these guys first. Alright, so I got enough money for that Gatler. I'm just gonna get that down. Set that guy to shoot the strongest thing. Or maybe first. Yeah, I just want this to just work the circle back to the spawn. So just shoot the first thing and work your way back. Yeah, he can't see those cloaked units though. But we can fix that later. I see you over there, you know. Alright, so I got enough money for a vortex bomb or something, but I think I might just save it for now. Let's clear another area, put some more artillery down. I love that stuff.
Really?
Well, this seems like a good, nice, long stretch here to create a bit of an extended maze. Waste some more creep time. So a lot of these platforms, just because of the randomized shape, I won't be able to route creeps down them. So those will be used as platforms to build artillery and stuff. Long-range turrets. Because you generally don't want to put them on the front line because they don't have a lot of health upgrades. You want to keep them out of harm's way. I'm just finding a good spot for this vortex bomb. Not sure. You generally want to use vortex bombs where they're actually going to get hit relatively often. They'll starve to death if they don't kill a creep every so often, so you can't just put it at the end of your maze and rely on it as like a perpetual backup. There's a bit of strategy to where you place it. Okay, so we got porters coming in, so it's a good thing we built some of these jagged mazes. I have so many things I want to build. Get this ground pounder upgraded a little bit. See, these porters are spending quite a bit of time there, so that's good. Oh yeah, that phaser shooting me with lasers, so I might build a couple of those myself. Of course somebody messages me on Steam while I'm doing a live stream. Why wouldn't they? Of course. Should have turned that off. Alright, so I might build another repair hub down here. So I'm sure I'm going to lose a few turrets, maybe upgrade its repair rate a little bit. These things can also help you build structures, but for the most part its value is for resurrecting turrets that have been destroyed. And again, for those who haven't played this game, turret destruction is only temporary. Destroyed turrets are restored at the end of a wave for free, and they always hold your place in the maze. It's just kind of like a temporary hex, like a problem to deal with.
Seriously?
A lot of people are like, "Wait, what? My turrets can get destroyed?" It's not a death sentence. It's more like the turrets are getting damaged and just temporarily going offline. You actually have to defend your turrets in this turret defense game. Who would have thought, you know? Alright, so I'm going to build that laser fence now, finally. So these are good against shielded units. And pretty much every creep that passes through it that isn't a porter will take damage. So the porters just teleport right past the laser gate, so they can't get hit by that at all, but everything else will. upgrade its damage a little bit. Oh, those porters got in. Did you see that? I really should have made a bit more of a jagged maze close to my driller. Oops. Well, did I mention that maybe I suck at this game a little bit? Oh well, it's not the end of the world. You know, as soon as I see that I'm doing okay, I should aspire to make me not okay. Kill. Bring it. Let's rush, since I just don't seem to have enough problems as it is.
Is that an order?
So I think I'm going to put a toxic launcher just around the corner here to just soak anybody that isn't a shielded guy, which doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, so... Shielded units are immune to poison damage, but everything else will get soaked by it. And take damage over time for a little while. You generally want to soak them early so that they feel the full effect of their illness. Okay, I really need to deal with this maze problem here, so I'm going to pause the game a little bit. Build up some money, and I need to make these porters take a couple turns up here so that I can deal with them. If I did this earlier, I maybe would have been able to save myself from losing that side objective.
Hurry it up already.
Just gonna put a vortex bomb here to cover me while I do some construction work.
Okay.
Cloak detector right away. That's always important. Build an SRM launcher here. I'm gonna set him to just shoot the first. At this point, I just want anything that's closest to the driller to die. If the creeps have made it this far, I want them dead. And now we got some roamers just polluting my map. Oh, that vortex bomb's gonna starve to death. I haven't... well, if one of these creeps touches it, it'll refresh it, but... Ow. I'm gonna lose that one. And it's got most of its damage still. That sucks. So, that was not good placement. Should have put it earlier, but... like I said earlier, it's quite a bit of strategy figuring out the best place to put them. If you put them too early... all the creeps hit them and they end up getting used up really, really quickly. You want to allow your turrets to actually have a chance to do some of the damage.
Is that an
and then the vortex bomb can sort of pick up the slack. But if you put it too far down the line, it'll starve, so it's just how it is. Lots to think about.
I like it.
But just remember, you can always pause the game at any time and
You say so.
issue orders and build stuff. You don't have to think on the fly all the time. This isn't a twitchy kind of game at all, so you're able to take a breather whenever you like. Just crank that spacebar. You can even pause the game in co-op. Go make a sandwich for 20 minutes and piss off your other player. It's fun.
Seriously?
Maybe don't do that.
Good stuff.
Okay, so I am taking a lot of damage in this area, so I should maybe upgrade the health of some of these turrets. Now the wave kicked over and restored everything, like I said.
Why don't you do it?
It's not the end of the world, but you generally want to keep your turrets in the fight as long as you can before this ends up happening to them. Because a turret that isn't shooting is lost potential, you know? But as I said earlier, creeps tend to shoot at the strongest thing they can find, so you can build a cheap blaster and upgrade its health up to maximum and kind of use that to tank. Okay. Lots of little hidden strategies in this game. I definitely encourage people to read the how to play pop-up at the beginning of the game and read some of those advanced tips. There's some good stuff in there. This game's quite a bit different than some other tower defense games, and I know that throws people for a little bit of a loop. I'm going to just sort of bolster up my fallback area here. Cloak detectors are always wise. Doing pretty good, aside from that lost side objective. I should be able to beat the rest of this map in 6 minutes and get the other side objective at least. Just a couple more waves. Let's rush this one. We're doing pretty good. Freak Brian out. Got a bit of a pile up of power. You can save your power up and trigger those abilities whenever you want, but you have a maximum, so eventually the gas will start spilling out of the tank onto the floor, so you want to use it at some point. I'm going to put another beam right here. Still good at dealing with these leviathans. It's a nice little corner spot, so the beam will have a lot of time to heat up. The beams do more damage the longer they can shoot at a single target. So you'll see the beam sort of like changing color. Wow. That guy died pretty fast, so you didn't see much, but beams are pretty decent boss killers. You just need a good, clear line of sight to maintain that beam for a long period. There's no limit to the amount of damage they can do as long as they're shooting at the same targets. And I think I might build a sniper turret here.
Build this, kill that, nah.
Sniper turrets also come with their own free cloak detector, which is good. It's good at poking holes in guys. Poking holes in some creeps. I think we got a really good setup. I'm gonna rush the last wave.
Just can't help myself.
'Cause I'm feeling a little cocky. Set this guy's priority target. Die yesterday, please. Thank you. Kill. My repair drone in there, keeping everybody nice and healthy.
That can't be good.
This beam's okay. Doing our job. Okay, get that beam on that guy, doing their job. Let's kill this thing, please. Done. Alright. I just gotta mop up. 3 minutes to spare. Did pretty good on this map time-wise, I think. Splat. Okay, slowing right down here with these cloaked guys. Get in there, Brian. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna just play some Endless on this and see how far I get. I feel like this setup is pretty lethal, so let's see how long I can go with this. I do like these randomized maps, so if you were to play this again, you'll notice that a lot of the tiles and placement of things will be different. You actually can't play this same version of it again even if you wanted to, so I don't want players to just pick a seed and just lean on a particular one. It's random maps are random. Exactly what it said on the tin. So we have mostly static maps, but we have a few random ones, so if you want to keep playing No Creeps forever, you're going to be playing these maps probably. You have a few players that have put insane hours into this thing, so it's always kind of sad when a game doesn't have enough content for you, but you want to keep playing, you know? I wanted to have a map type for you people that want to clock like 100 hours into this thing.
Probably gonna end up with Brett.
Keep in mind, you can play maps out of order, you can skip maps you don't like. The story is always linear, so you don't have to worry about missing stuff. Try to let the players play however they want. And you know what, I'm gonna use a genocide strike here. Clean out that water, guys. It does a little bit of damage against your own stuff, but nothing major.
Understood.
It'll get repaired at the end of the next wave anyway, so should be okay.
You're the expert.
They've almost got Brian upgraded to maximum, and once he's up to max there, he's quite the force to be reckoned with, especially when you enrage him. Because again, that last upgrade on the damage, it's where all the potency is.
Okay, settle down.
Generally, you don't upgrade turrets fully. You want to upgrade turrets in such a way that they fulfill a need. You'll find that sometimes you need more range, or more projectiles, or a faster reload, or more health. But upgrading a turret fully will be very expensive, because every upgrade costs more than the last, so the upgrades are kind of like not necessarily trying to max turrets out completely, but specialize them to fulfill some kind of role. And you'll find that as the maps are changing and the creeps are changing, that your strategy will also change quite a bit. There's been times where I've upgraded Brian's health to maximum and used him to tank. That's not a terrible strategy either. I've seen some strange strategies where people will use boosters to rapidly heal their drillers and just sort of dig in and endure as much as they can. And we got things like farms that can be used to make more money, but they're pretty difficult to use and they're volatile, so finding a place to even put them is difficult, and they require quite a bit of a money investment. I generally don't use them. Some people have gotten to some really late waves by maximizing their income early on. Try to provide people with enough tools where they can invent new strategies. I don't like the idea that there's only one way to do anything. Creative freedom. I'd rather the game be fun than be totally balanced if I had to choose. And of course you want it to be fun and balanced, but I find a lot of the times those things are at opposite ends of the table. Then it depends on the game. We're doing pretty good here. Gonna upgrade the health on that guy. Starting to get into the purple creeps, so they're gonna be pretty tough. My upkeep rate is almost 30%, so slows down the amount of money you're making. So as you build turrets, your upkeep rate will increase. But upgrades don't increase your upkeep rate. So new turrets will, but upgrading old ones will not. But like I said, upgrades get progressively more expensive on that same turret, so you want to find a balance between new turrets and upgrading old ones. And once your upkeep rate is 60, I don't let you build any more turrets. That's still a lot of turrets, though. We're only halfway there, and you can see that the map is almost covered in them. I can see we're starting to get some of the grayscale hyper creeps now, so I'm not sure how much longer I'll last. Endless mode starts to get pretty crazy pretty quickly. Though I have seen some crazy players get real far, like hundreds of waves. I've never been that good at this game. But some people are really good at it. I don't know what it is about this circular map, but it's kind of hypnotizing to watch. Almost lost consciousness there. Lost in thought. Never enough money.
Die.
I should upgrade this laser gate since it does damage to these shielded guys, which are just causing me all kinds of problems here. Come on. See, these geezers only have one hit point, but all their health is in their regenerating shield, so cracking that shield is pretty imperative. And if you don't keep damaging them, they're going to end up regenerating it pretty quickly. Yeah, like I said, they only have like one hit point. If you actually kind of zoom in and look at them, they only have one front leg as if it's like a cane. I try to be goofy as often as I can. It's my life goal. Getting these grayscale porters, they're going to be nasty.
Get back to your hole.
We made it to wave 40 already, got a legendary drop, so I'm not going to complain too much. Did pretty good on this map, considering I've never played it even once. I'll consider this my tuning run. I find sometimes tuning these maps takes longer than building them. But it's a fun little process. Trying to figure out the right shape and the right lineup of creeps and how much money you get and how much help I give you, whatever. Even though this is 1.0, I would expect that lots more maps will be coming along in future updates. 1.0 does not mean the end. Just means the end of early access. Okay, I feel like the end is coming. I do have a lot of power saved up, so I'm just gonna keep that in my back pocket. As long as it's not hitting the max capacity. Save it for when I need it most. Scattlers are real good at dealing with those bosses. But I have a feeling these porters are going to be the end of me one day.
Understood.
Let's freak Brian out, deal with that a little bit. Leave my auto upgrade system on here. Just money's coming in pretty fast, so just delegate it to some crappy AI to do my work for me. I'm lazy like that. Some AoE going. Oh, freak Brian out again here. Starting to get a little uncomfortably close to overpopulating again. So even in endless mode like this, the creeps can level up indefinitely, so pushing them up one level through overpopulation could be very bad. And these guys are getting pretty close, so yeah. The end is nigh.
Freaking out.
Alright, well that was my last freak out. I'll recharge.
Okay.
Man, these guys are tough.
Paid enough for this.
They're really getting in there. Don't kill me, please. Oh, that Leviathan. Purple.
Make it do.
He's gonna be trouble. I don't think I'll be surviving much longer, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll upgrade the health of this thing a bit.
I'll buy that for a credit.
Hang on a couple seconds longer, maybe. And these leveled up creeps are gonna hit my driller pretty hard. I think we're gonna witness a death. My death. Yeah, they're getting in there. Don't think there's much I can do about it at this point. Oh, that Leviathan. That's nasty. Well, there it is. Not bad, not bad. 46, pretty good. Well, that's what we have. So... Oh, you see that? Huh. The auto-upgrade system tried to auto-upgrade my driller after I failed the map. Well, that would be a bug, and it will be squashed by the time you see this video. Believe it! Because this is one of those not-so-live stream kind of things, but yeah. That was my little 1.0 stream, everybody, and there's two other randomized maps that you can try, as well as a bunch of little tweaks and tunings you can check out on the patch notes. Everything you saw here today is available in 1.0, and there's a demo and co-op and all that fun stuff, so I hope you all enjoyed the stream and that you enjoyed the game, and you all go and check it out. Have a good day, everybody. See you next time.